I started with my current customer about 15 days ago, 15 to 20 days ago. And I've been able to give in one listing and about 20 appointments.
All right, so we're going to get started with our conversation today. We've got a couple of our great remote assistants. As you guys know, we don't call our remote assistants virtual assistants. Yes, they work virtually. They work online. But, the whole premise behind 7L is that all of our associates are remote assistants. They're remote additions to our customers' teams, environments, businesses, helping them daily, integrating with them daily, and just really providing our customers with the leverage they need to really succeed. On today, our remote assistants, we've got Rosie Rosamir, but we call her Rosie as she's been called apparently since she's been little. But we're gonna have a chat with them. So Rosie, let's start with you first. Tell everybody a little bit about you, your personal life, what you enjoy doing, and we'll kind of go from there.
Perfect. As you just mentioned, called Rosie. It's shorter, easier. I'm actually an English teacher and also a dance instructor. What I like to do mostly in my free time, since I keep myself busy during the weekdays, is to enroll in different courses, different workshops, to practice new activities and to always continue learning every day a little bit more. Such as going to yoga classes, going to the gym, enrolling in different courses to learn different languages, to practice new skills, such as drawing. I like to paint. I'm not a professional, but I like painting. I enjoy doing many activities, and I just think that you have to be passionate about everything that you do. You have to have a meaning for everything that you do.
Yep, here we call it, you have to have a big why, right? You have to have a purpose behind it. So you said something interesting, Rosie, that you are an English teacher. And I know that a lot of our remote assistants actually have attended and graduated from the English-speaking universities in Venezuela. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what does the life, when you're not busy working for your customers, what does the life of an English teacher look like? And how did you decide that was a path you wanted to follow?
I think that was something that was within me, since I was a child, because the first time that I started learning English was when I was just 3 years old, in kindergarten. So I was lucky enough to receive that knowledge since I was very, very young. So every time I started learning a new words and new music, like my father used to teach me through Phil Collins. So I had great teachers. So I always saw myself as someone who would do more than just talking the language. And as I got older, I started to practice more. And a friend one time suggested, hey, you're really good at this. You should try explaining it and sharing your knowledge with the world. And I started doing it. So I started being an English teacher for kids, for teenagers, for adults, for everyone. And I just enjoyed it a lot.
Very good. Well, the burning question, what is your favorite Phil Collins or Genesis song?
My favorite Phil Collins song would be kind of a classic, Another Day in Paradise and True Colors.
Oh, new. Well, I just learned something new too. That's awesome. So, Rosie, you've been with us. When did you start with 7L? Kind of, let us know how that got started, how you found out about the role, how things got involved, for you in the business, how you were brought up here, what you've learned, your experience, just kind of as part of a 7L associate.
I consider my job here as a Christmas miracle because I was looking for jobs right before the 24th of December, and 25th, of course. And I found the job. It was interesting for me because of the name, because it has a number. So it was easy to remember. And I was like, interesting. And then I decided to enroll for the job. I had an interview on December 21st. And then for December 22nd, I was in. So it was a Christmas miracle for me.
And the interview process, I know we were ramping up. You obviously spoke with Diego, and we're very selective. So, talk about that interview process and talk about the training that you went through and how that, kind of prepared you for what you're doing now. And then we'll kind of dig into what you're doing for your customer currently.
Well, my interview process was was really, really interesting because it was the first interview that I had where someone was interested in knowing who I was as a person and my experience. Like they were not interested in me having like a tons of degrees or having like 20 plus years of experience or something. They were interested in knowing about me and what I could bring to the company. So for me, that was really, really special and important. Like, I'm really happy for that because I know I'm a really nice person. And I have proven that with the couple of months that I have been here. So I'm really happy that it worked out the way it did.
Very good. And how do you feel the training was? I mean, did it prepare you well for kind of getting in with your customer?
Training was the absolute best. I really, really, really enjoyed my training session. I was coming from a different place, and the training in here helped me in many, many ways. Like, you would be surprised. For me, it gave me confidence, it gave me strength, it gave me friends as well. They're really, really nice friends. I was able to communicate all of the things that I needed to say. And I'm happy that they created such a really nice, safe place for me and for everyone in the training. Like, once you go to training, it's like you don't want to leave.
Very good. So, and you mentioned something interesting there too. We kind of, when we started standing up the company, really made the decision that everybody was going to be integrated. We made the decision that we wanted folks to be able to, the flexibility to work from home, but we also wanted to create an environment where everybody felt connected and together. I feel we've done that, and certainly, when I come on the calls, but how do you think we've accomplished that? Is it one of the things that you find best, or
you did it just by being yourselves as well, for allowing us to express ourselves, our emotions, and allowing us to make mistakes? Because in many places it's like forbidden, it's like a taboo for you to make a mistake. In this case, I was really happy to make mistakes. I didn't like them, of course, but I was happy to make mistakes because I was able to learn from them. And I had great teachers, great people to guide me through every single mistake that I had. They were not many, but every time I was wrong or I needed to confirm something, they were there to hold me. So that's what created, for me, the safe place.
And that's truth. We say all the time that we learn much more from our failures than we do from our successes, right? If you always do everything right, you're never learning a thing. It's when you make those little mistakes along the way and you get corrected and the guidance moves along and you learn and grow as a result of it. So let's transition a little bit. Let's talk about your customer. Walk us through a day in the life of you working for your customer. What are you doing for them? How do you feel that you've helped them in building and growing their business?
Honestly, I feel really, really, really motivated working with a client, with a customer that I'm currently working with. He's a nice person. He's always there for me during the day. He's always calling me to check on me, to say like, hey, are you feeling good? How are you feeling? Like, do you need help? He's actually worried sometimes that I don't call him enough to make questions, because I was like, okay, no, like you have given me all of the knowledge, all of the training, all of the information that I need. So for me, it is just more than enough. And he's always there, like literally there whenever I call. If I have a question, if I need to know something specific about a person, about a lead, about anything, any situation, he's always going to be there for support, and that's just awesome.
And so primarily, are you doing outreach to his database? Are you cold calling? What does that look like on a daily basis?
Mostly just cold calling. I also have some different tasks, like to complete follow-ups, send a couple of emails, a couple of texts, but my main task is to focus on calling.
And if I had to ask you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, and I don't want an exact number, or if you happen to know it, but how many appointments do you think that you've been able to set? How many deals has he shared with you? Some of those victories.
You would be surprised for now. Not to brag about it. I started with my current customer about 15 days ago, like 15 to 20 days ago, and I've been able to give him one listing and about 20 appointments.
20 appointments in 15 days. That's amazing. When you think about it, and I know, part of 7L's value proposition as a company, right, is that we offer exceptional services at very, very affordable prices. And at the same time, we try to treat our people very, very well. So it's a win-win-win, right? When you think about from a real estate agent's perspective, that one deal probably paid for you for the entire year. So you have impacted that real estate agent's life, and as a result of that, he'll do better, you do better, and it grows. So let me ask you this: how and you've done an amazing job. You've been with the company for, it'll be a year in December, but still growing with us, and that's awesome. Part of our mission as a company is to change people's lives. So if I were to ask you, Rosie, since you've been with us, what are some of the things, or do you feel that we've made any kind of impact in your life, and where do you see yourself going as a result of the relationship with 7L?
Well, I think I've been impacted both professionally and financially with my job here. I think the most important part for me would be the emotion part, because I've been more confident ever since I started here. I've regained the confidence that I had lost in the past. So I'm always really, really happy. And I think that's the key factor that has helped me be the person and the worker that I am right now, because I have confidence enough and not afraid to new things. I'm not afraid to challenges. I'm not afraid to tasks. I'm not afraid to calling, to angry people calling. I just enjoy everything. Ever since I started working here, I've been getting a lot of good things in my life, and now I was able to afford my own place. I recently moved alone here a month ago, which is something that I'm really, really happy and proud of.